Hello. This time we are going to deal with questions in linear programming. This part is a challenging part, especially in coming out with inequalities which we are going to find, which we are going to optimize. This is an optimization problem. How do you come up with the inequalities in a linear programming situation? Now, I have a question here that I'm going to take you through and give you the experience on how to come up with this type of a question. Now, look at this question. In 1 week, Neha spends X hours cooking and Y hours cleaning. You see, X is the number of hours cooking. These are the things that you should take care of immediately you have this particular question. So X is the number of hours cooking and Y is the number of hours cleaning. Very important. So X, so you pick them, X is cooking hours, and then Y you have, this is cleaning. So we are going to know what are these hours for. So then we have been told that the time she spends cleaning is at least equal to the time she spends cooking. At least. So the time she spends cleaning is at least equal. So at least, when we are talking about at least, this is a command term. This is a command term. At least means greater or equal to. Okay? At least. So which means that the student is supposed to derive, to come up with the first inequalities in this case. And then, in this case, you have been told that this can be written as y is greater or equal to x. So, because we are saying y hours cleaning is at least equal to the time he spends cooking. So that will be the first inequality which you have already been given here. So this becomes inequality 1. Now, she goes ahead. She spends no more than 16 hours in total cooking and cleaning. So cooking and cleaning here means that if she spends X hours cooking and she spends Y hours cleaning, then the total time should not be more than 16 hours. So which means that X hours in cooking plus the Y hours in cleaning should not be more than 16 hours in total. Okay? Should not be more than 16 hours. So that is 2. So this is a constraint. Should not be more than 16 hours. Then you are also told that she spends at least 4 hours cooking. So cooking is X. And we say that at least means equal or greater. So therefore, what we have here is that we can now say that we have X is greater or because it is at least or equal to cooking, which is 4 hours. So 4 hours, at least 4 hours. So this becomes your inequality number 3. But in this case, you are told write down 2 more inequalities. This one was given, so you are getting 2 more inequalities, which is inequality number 2 and inequality number 3. Then from there, what we are supposed to do is to present these inequalities. You draw these inequalities on the graph that you have been given below. So how do you present these inequalities? You go through them one by one. Already you have been given the first inequality, which is y is greater or equal to x, which already has been drawn here. So the line, the first thing that student has to do here is to draw the line y is equals to x. So after drawing the line y is equals to x, then you have to determine which side is greater, and which side is less. So for instance, if you pick a point above the line, which is 615, you can see 615 here, you can see that in that case, x is 6 and y is 12. So the upper side means, when you are on the upper side, it means that y, you can see y is greater than x, because you can see x is 6 according to the point that are picked above the line, and you see y is 12. Okay, which means the value of y is greater than the value of x. When it agrees now with the inequality, and the inequality is that y should be greater than x, which means that this one is the wanted region. Okay, this is the wanted region. So you shade the unwanted region. So this region down here, if you pick any value down here, you will find that the value of x will be greater than the value of y, which is 12.8. So this is the unwanted region, and that is why this region has been shaded. So this is what happens. So you can see the shading has already been done. So we also move to the second inequality, which the student can easily draw the line. So in this case, you can have a table for the two, that is for x and that is y. So we can draw the line x plus y is equals to 16. So we can have some few values, maybe 0, maybe you can have 2, even you can have 4, at least 3. 3 points are enough. So then you ask yourself, how we can generate values on this particular table? When x is 0, so we have x plus y is equals to 16. So when x is 0 here, then y here is equals to 16. Okay, when x is 2, you put 2 here, then you subtract here, so y is equals to 14. When x is 4, y is equals to 12. It can be vice versa. Even you can say when y is 10, then you get x is equals to 6. It can be done either on x or y. So that means that you can easily come here and plot the point. So 0, 16, we can have 0, 16 here. So you plot the points. Then you can have the second one is 214. 214. 214 is here. Then we have 412. 412, like that, and so on. So those two lines are enough. So what you're supposed to do here is that you're supposed to draw. You draw a straight line passing through those particular lines. So we can have a straight line here passing through those lines here. We can extend that line up to the last point there. So you can see my line here, which moves to this particular level. So then you test the inequality, which is x. We have x plus y should be equal less than 16. So which side are you going to shade? Now we can test the value down under the line, which we can now say that that point is 210. So x value is 2, y value is 10. Okay, so put them here. So 2 plus 10 is 12, and 12 is less than 16. So this part becomes the wanted region. So you easily now shade the unwanted region, even without moving for further testing. Okay, so that one becomes the unwanted region. And then now finally, you go to the final inequality, which means that x is equal or greater than 4. So you go to the line, x is the line x is equal or greater than 4. And by the way, the reason why this line is continuous is because there is the equal side. It is less or equal to 16. This one is also greater or equal to 4. So the line also must be continuous. So you also do a continuous line here. X is equals to 4 is here. So you draw a continuous line. Let me just go to the line. So we can have the line here, but the greater part is on the left hand side. See, x is greater is 6, 8, x is 2, so greater than 4 means on the right hand side. So then you shade the left hand side. You see, so you shade the left hand side, and then in each case make sure that you write the equation of the line. So x plus y is equals to 16. This is x is equals to 4. Okay, now from here then you are supposed to determine we are supposed to determine now the maximum value, or the maximum, how much can NIHA receive if the earning is $10 for X and $8 for Y. This is the objective function. This is the objective function. So how much? So the easiest way for you to get this question is for you to pick the corner points. You see, away, if it is maximization, make sure that you pick the corner points, for maximization. Pick the corner points. So I'm going to pick 8, 8, and I'm going to pick 4, 12. So I have 4, 12 and 8, 8 in this particular case. So you substitute the values here. The one that will get the maximum value will be your solution. So here, when you multiply, you get 40 plus 12 times this, 96. So you get 136. For the second one, you get 8 times 10, that is 80, plus 8 times 8, that is 64. This gives you 144. So which is the maximum that NIHA can collect within the conditions that we have been given? We are finding that if NIHA spends 8 hours cooking and 8 hours cleaning, she is going to get the maximum income in this particular case. So that is how we solve various problems in the linear programming. So you need to know how to form inequalities. You need to know how to, after generating the inequalities, how to graph the inequalities, and then how to draw the lines depending whether it is equal or not equal. For equal inequalities, then the lines must be continuous. If the lines is just greater or less, then the lines must be broken lines. Okay, so thank you, and we shall continue with other more questions in the subsequent videos. So if you like this video, make sure that you like it and subscribe so that you can get notifications when I have made new videos. Thank you.